Hi, my name is Jeremy Screws. I'm pastor of Oil City Assembly of God. More importantly, I'm the father of 3 beautiful children and the husband to a wonderful wife. And Jay asked if I could start this video with just a few introductory thoughts, and I was honored to say yes, I could do that. The following video, what you're about to see, is a tribute to women. And being a pastor, I'd like to just share these 2 thoughts with you. We see the first woman in the Bible in Genesis chapter 2. She was created for man. God said it wasn't good for man to be alone, and I agree. It's not good for us men to be alone. We need women. We need strong women. And behind every great man is a great woman. And then there's a story in the book of Esther. And it's actually Esther's story. Esther is a Jewish girl who is being raised in captivity. And through the story, we learn that Esther, in her beauty, actually becomes queen. The king chooses her and appoints her to become his queen. But there's something that's special in that story. Scripture says, for such a time as this. And as you watch the following video, for such a time as this, I don't know what you're going through, but as you hear the words and the encouragement from these ladies, just remember those words, for such a time as this. Hope you enjoy the video.
Thanks, Jeremy. Gina Gross, class of 1984, village clerk. Great community to be born and raised in. Love our Shepherd Townies. Good friend of mine, Carrie Wilmot, gave me this inspirational sign. Be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid or discouraged, as the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Perfect for what we're going through now. We must stay strong, be courageous, have patience, be kind. We'll all get through this, as we always do. I'm going to pass this on to the sweetest peach in Georgia. Love you, girl.
Thanks, Mama G. Allie Baxter here, formerly Allie Gross, Shepherd alumni, class of 2007. My first toast goes out to all of the firefighters and first responders. As many of you know, my husband Eric and I moved south almost 3 years ago now, and in pursuit of his firefighter career dreams, and they are some of the most selfless individuals. They are always running towards the chaos and the craziness, in times of all the scary that goes on in the world. And so my first toast certainly goes out to them, and also to all of the spouses of those firefighters and first responders. It's not always the easiest life that we live, but it certainly keeps us on our toes, and we're so proud of them. My second toast, real quickly, goes out to all the families who are not able to see each other right now. I know it's really difficult. Myself, I'm in that same boat, and I cannot wait to see all my family and friends back home again. So stay safe, stay well. Think of when we're finally able to hug each other and embrace one another and see our family and friends again. It's going to be a memorable feeling, something that we won't forget. So all my love and sunshine from Statesboro, Georgia, and stay well, Shepherd community. Over to you, Katie Jo.
Thanks, Al. This is Katie Travis, class of 2003. That makes me feel so old. I'm supposed to share something inspiring, but the truth is that I'm still trying to inspire myself most days. I guess the best I could come up with was to choose joy. This is a very trying time right now for all of us in every aspect, and it's hard, but there is things to still find joy in. So you just have to look for it and choose it. It's there. Enjoy. Here you go, Jamie.
Thanks, Katie. Hi, Jamie Mitchell here at Mitchell's Deli. I want to take a moment to raise a toast to the woman who raised me. My mom, Bonnie McManus. My whole life, she's been an example of love, strength, selflessness, and unconditional love. At this very moment, she's sitting in her basement sewing medical masks. Medical masks for people who are in need. She goes and buys supplies and leaves food on doorsteps, putting her own self at risk. Mom, you are amazing, and you don't even know it, but everybody else does. I am so grateful that the good Lord paired us together. Thank you for molding me to the woman I am today. I love you, and I celebrate you. Thank you. Barb, this one's for you, sis.
Thank you, Jamie. Hi, I'm Barbara Sawyer, and my connection to Shepherd is my husband, Luke Sawyer, most of you know as Chief Luke Sawyer of the Shepherd Police Department. Thank you, Jamie. Hi, I'm Barbara Sawyer, and my connection to Shepherd is my husband, Luke Sawyer, most of you know as Chief Luke Sawyer of the Shepherd Police Department. I would first like to thank Mr. Jay Gross for putting this all together and putting smiles on some faces. Secondly, I would like to thank all of the frontline workers for all of their efforts and tireless time that they're putting in to keeping their communities safe and fighting this pandemic that we are currently in. Again, thank you, frontline workers, for everything that you're doing day in and day out right now. You are very much appreciated. Behind me, you'll see two words, two very important words that we need to keep in mind while we're trying to fight this pandemic: hope and faith. And with that, anything is possible. Tina, here you go.
Thanks, Barb. Hey there, Blue Jays. My name is Tina Schaefer. I am the Shepherd Food Service Director here at the school. A little bit about myself. I actually came to Shepherd in 8th grade from Daytona Beach, Florida, on the beach in the big city, to Shepherd. My first thought was, what does everybody do here? Where do you go? And I quickly learned that it wasn't where you went and what you did, it was who you did these things with. And I actually graduated from Shepherd in 1987, long time ago. I met my husband here. He has lived here his whole life, Blaine Schaefer. We've been together right out of high school and ever since. We were lucky to have two sons who came to Shepherd, graduated from Shepherd, Josh and Philip Schaefer, who now have lives of their own with their loves. And we have two brand new baby boys that hopefully, if I have my way, will go to Shepherd and graduate from Shepherd. As far as our community here, for Blaine and I, our family is based on faith, family, and friends. And Shepherd is really no different. So with that being said, I would like to toast my Lord and Savior for everything that is possible. My husband, Blaine Schaefer, who is my rock. Our sons and their loves, Josh and Alicia, and baby Andy, who's a month old. And Philip and Alex and baby Emmett, who is 3 months old. And I would also like to thank my kick butt staff, Shepherd Food Service ladies, lunch ladies, and our volunteers that have been showing up during all of this crazy time, working their booties off to feed our kids. Community, family, friends. That's what it's all about, people. To you, I raise my glass. Coffee is the best. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it off to Lisa Seeley. Thanks. There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you, Tina. Hi, my name is Lisa Seeley. My maiden name is Meyer, and I'm a 1993 graduate from Shepherd High School. I wanted to share with you a couple thoughts today from one of my favorite authors, Matthew Kelly. There is an increase in technology and an increase in ways to communicate with people today. However, there is an increase in loneliness. So a couple questions for you. How are you called to relieve this loneliness? And how can you be the answer to someone's prayers? I want to toast Mr. Jay Gross. He was my student teacher when I was in high school. I want to toast my parents for teaching me how to work hard. And I want to toast my family for helping me be a better version of myself every day. Thank you. Here you
Thanks,
go.
Lisa. Hi, Kathy Buckner, class of 1998. My husband Nate and I have a senior in the class of 2020, Logan Buckner. And today I'd like to cheers Shepherd Public Schools for leaving no student behind and ensuring they had food, technology to do their studies, and the ability to advance classes. Here's to you, Shepherd Public Schools. I get the privilege to pass my glass to my sister Jen. Jen, love ya.
Thank you, Kat. Much love to you, sister. Hey everyone, I'm Jen Crawford from the awesome class of 1994 here in Shepherd, and my husband and Chris and I are the very proud parents of 2 Blue Jays, Blake, a 5th grader, and Trevor, a senior, with the class of 2020. And so today I would like to extend my toast to the Shepherd High School class of 2020. We just want you guys to know that you are all amazing. We love you, your community supports you, and we are just so proud of the strength and the perseverance that you've shown through all of this that you've been going through. And we are just so excited to see all of the amazing things that you're going to continue to do for our community and the impact you'll have on our world. So to you, the class of 2020, we love you. Here you go, Andrea.
Thanks, Jen. Hi, my name is Andrea Hall. I am the Shepherd High School cheerleading coach, and I wanted to share a quote with you today. Kindness is spreading sunshine into other people's lives, regardless of the weather. We could all use a little sunshine right now, especially in the unprecedented times that we're in. So keep spreading your kindness, whether you're making masks, doing your part to social distance and stay home, or you're out there farming to provide us with our food. Everything is appreciated and does not go unnoticed. We live in an awesome community, and I'm very proud to be a Blue Jay. Here's to you, Shelly.
11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm, your plans to give you hope and a future." Carry this on and forward. Stay home, stay safe if you can. And for those that are keeping this great country going, like I said, this is to you. All right, Mindy, have a good one.
Thank you, Shelley Bryant. Hi, my name is Mindy Lux. I'm a 1992 Shepherd graduate, and I love my community of Shepherd. Today I would like to toast Georgina Main. Georgina has given me some kind words of wisdom during this epidemic while both of our husbands are working on the front line. And a quote that comes to mind to me for Georgina is, "A diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure." And to me, that is what Georgina Main is. So here, cheers to you, Georgina Main, and here's to you, Mary Umker.
Thank you, Mindy. I'm Mary Kay Yonker, and I'm the principal at Sacred Heart Academy, and I have a few Shepherd connections. I'm a proud member of the class of 84, and my 11 brothers and sisters and I got a great education at Shepherd High School. Mr. Riley hired me for my first job as a teacher, and I taught in Shepherd for 8 years in the early 1990s. While I was teaching at Shepherd Middle School, I had a great leader in Mr. Shepherd. He taught me about kindness, compassion, and always fighting for the underdog. Mrs. Corman is the reason I went into teaching in the first place, and so I'll always be grateful to her. I worked for Mr. Dodge while I was here, and he was a great example of a school administrator and probably kind of guided me into school administration. And I've thought a lot over the years about what I've learned from him and how it shaped who I am as an administrator. Moved away for 15 years and then came back 8 years ago to raise our family in Shepherd. And it's a decision that we will never regret. This is such a great place to raise a family. The group that I would like to toast is our teachers who are being asked to do things they never dreamed they would do, be full-time online teachers, learning how to do things quickly so our kids get what they need. And so I'm very appreciative to them for that. I'd also like to toast the class of 2020. Even though your year is ending different than you thought it would be, know that we still love you, and we know you're gonna do great things in your life. The last group I would like to toast is the ship shoppers that bring their groceries to our door, and we're very grateful for you as well. I'd like to end with one of my favorite quotes that I think is fitting for this time that we're living in. Life is not waiting for the storm to pass. It's learning to dance in the rain. So here's to you. Take it away, Alicia.
Thanks, Mary. Hey everyone, this is Alicia Pung, class of 2001, almost 20 years graduated. And I would like to take this time to salute all of you parents out there. Whether or not you are working from home right now in this time, going to work as an essential employee, or just staying home right now and raising your kids and educating them with the online learning right now that we're having to do. So I just want to take this time to say whatever you're doing is awesome and you're doing good. Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep your chin up. Ooh. Here you go, Amanda.
Thanks, Alicia. Hey there, everyone. This is Amanda Nelson. I have two connections to Shepherd. One is my husband, Jamie Nelson, who graduated in the class of 94. And the other is that I was the POM coach for several years in the early 2000s. I'd like to send a cheers out to all the non-essential workers who are trying to keep their families safe at home and educate them with no formal training. So cheers to you. Hang in there, guys. We've all got this. I'm going to hand my glass off to Jen Love Brown.
Thank you, Amanda. Hi, my name is Jennifer Love Brown. I'm a proud Shepherd graduate and former queen to our famous Maple Syrup Festival. During these uncertain and sometimes scary times, it's not hard for me to focus on my children with their resilience and imagination. We're definitely a big Disney family, so it doesn't surprise me at all that my children have the heart of Walt Disney, who once said, "Every child is born blessed with a vivid imagination. But just as muscle grows flabby with disuse, so the bright imagination of a child pales in later years, if he ceases to exercise it." So I say, in uncertain times, be childlike, have fun, get creative, and use your imagination. Walt said that out of despair can come wonderful things. Cheers. Here you go, Brittany.
Thank you, Jennifer. My name is Brittany Knopp, and I'm from the graduating class of 09. And I think we are the only class that has not had a class reunion. So listen, I'm on to all of you. Who I'm inspired by is by all the healthcare workers working around the clock to end this virus. My mom, Deanna Knopp, and my sister, Julie Williams, especially. Much love for you, too. For all the teachers, all of the coaches, for all the parents, and pretty much at this point, I'm inspired by every single person on the planet. I recently was just hired by Cleary University to run their women's hockey program, and this virus has really put everything in perspective for me and how fortunate I am for my family, my friends. So this is for the Knopps, the Wheelers, the Keplers, the Quakenbushes, and whoever else I did not list. On to you, Tracy.
Thanks, Brittany. Congratulations on that new coaching job, and I hope your team gets back on the ice soon. Hi, I'm Tracy Galgosi, Shepherd class of 1991. I've been very fortunate to be born and raised here in Shepherd. And when my husband Todd and I got married and we decided we were going to live in the Central Michigan area, there was no doubt that we were going to raise our kids as Blue Jays too. So my toast today is to the village of Shepherd, the DPW workers, and the people of Mid-Michigan Pathways for the amazing trail system that we have here in Shepherd to enjoy. My family and I are probably on the trails every day, almost, and it definitely helps me keep my sanity during these times, and I love seeing all of the people out using the trails, whether they're biking with their families, whether they're rollerblading, whether they're just walking or running. Thank you to everyone who maintains the trails, including John Williams, who is always doing his part to keep the trails clean. So thank you so much, and I am now going to pass it to one of Shepherd's finest, Patty Sandel.
Thank you, Tracy. Hi, I'm Patty Sandel, and I'm a proud Shepherd graduate, class of 1984. I still live in the community and have raised my family here with my husband, Steve. Something that has inspired me is the song We Are the World. It was a charity single produced in 1985 to benefit the African famine. It's been getting some playtime recently, probably in light of the times that we are living. So as I think of the words, I think a lot about our Shepherd community and beyond. So many stories being shared of goodness and giving. So many caring people taking care of others. Neighbors taking care of neighbors. People like Mary Muggenberg and Carmel Fawcett and many others that I've seen making masks so people can be safer. Folks like Dan Lewisell and Anna Mitchell sharing their musical talents to give us a lift. Luke Sawyer and Jay Gross doing live shows on Facebook to give us a laugh and some hope. And the class of 2020. So much to be disappointed with, but yet I have yet to see any one of them post or talk about anything but positive thoughts. So we really are the world, saving it one step at a time, sharing love along the way. So here's to all of you. Here you go, Trina Klein.
Thank you, Patty. Hi, everyone. Trina Klein here, graduating class of 2003. My husband and I also have 4 kids currently attending Shepherd. I am so inspired to see so much good being done by other people, whether it's making the masks and donating them, the people that are trying to keep the kids fed while they're not in school, teachers trying to come up with new ways to teach the kids, and the parents trying to step in and be those teachers. The small businesses trying to keep their employees paid, and the healthcare professionals, of course, trying to risk their lives to save others. Times like these can bring out the worst in people or can bring out the good in people. And I'm so inspired to see so much good being done by others. So I just want to raise a glass and cheers everybody and pass it on to Heidi.
Thank you, Trina. Hi there. I'm Heidi Kempf-Galan, class of 1991 Shepherd graduate, and now I'm school nurse here for Shepherd Public Schools. Someone that has inspired me has been my daughter Shelby. She's a senior here at Shepherd High School, and when finding out that school is over for the year for her, she was pretty upset, felt very robbed, and was focusing on all the things that she wasn't going to be able to do. She since has realized that that doesn't help, and now has focused on the memories that she has made and really focusing on what lies ahead for her, which is super exciting. I really do believe that the class of 2020 is going to do amazing things. They have so much to overcome here, but I think that is going to make them stronger. Shepherd strong. Thanks. Here's to you, Katie.
Thanks, Heidi. I think I need something a little stronger. This is a little better. Hey, look it. Hi, Katie Flick, class of 2002 here. I just want to take a second to toast all those working parents out there. Those parents who are working 40-hour plus work days and also being full-time parents, stay-at-home moms and dads, teachers who are teaching their students now, and helping us all cope. Shh, please. This is life, people. I pray that you are all well and that you're staying safe and healthy, and just remember that you're doing all that you can right now, and you are great at what you do, and just trust in yourself and know that you're doing it and you're great. So I appreciate all of you working parents and now teachers, and I pass this on to Cody Workaw. Used to be Cody Workaw, a fellow class of 2002er, and see you guys later.
Thanks, Katie. Hi, everybody. I'm Cody Workaw. I graduated from Shepherd with the class of 2002. There are 3 things that I think are really toast-worthy right now. The first of those things is all of the people who are utility workers who are still, out doing their jobs. They're making sure that we have electricity. They're making sure that we have clean running water, picking up our trash, making all of the necessary things for our day-to-day and our essential workers possible. The second thing is the amount of people I've seen in communities volunteering to help one another, check on each other, the neighbors that are making sure their elderly members of their neighborhoods and their communities don't have to go to the store, the people who, are looking out for their family members or their friends or people that they know are high risk, and making those necessary trips, for them so that they can stay home and stay safe. The sense of community is huge where we grew up in Shepherd, but it's not always like that in other places, and that's so wonderful to see people coming together. And the third thing that really deserves a toast is all of the families that I'm now seeing outside doing things together. Usually you just see the kids outside, or, one or two people here or there going for a bike ride or a run or walking their dog. But right now I'm seeing a lot of families outside together doing things, and that is so wonderful. And I hope that it continues after, we're all allowed out again. So stay safe, and I'm going to hand you all off to Beth.
Thanks, Cody. Hi, I'm Beth Bryant. I came to this community about 34 years ago when I married my husband Joe, who is a fourth-generation farmer. My affiliation with the school is that I'm a former board member and have worked on many bond proposals for the district. Currently, I work in the high school as the RTC resource person, and I am the district's secretary for student data. Today, I'd like to toast my husband Joe. He's one of those hardworking guys who gets up every morning and strives to make things better. He takes great pride in the farm. He is a great steward of the land, and he takes excellent care of his animals. But what I really, really want to talk about is his compassion and empathy for the community. He's one of those guys that volunteers from different organizations such as 4-H. He mentors one-on-one with elementary students. He teaches parenting classes. But probably his favorite thing to do is to bring the fourth graders of the community, or county actually, out to the farm and teaches them where their food comes from and what a farmer does. He has always taught our children the importance of giving back to the community. He says the way to be a productive member is to give back positively. And it's not about money, it's about your time and talent that you have to share with your community that makes things better. So here's to you, Joe. Jamie?
Thanks, Beth. Jamie Van Loo Klump here, class of 96, and mom of 4 of my own Blue Jays now at Wynn Elementary and Shepherd Middle School and High School. I just want to take this time to toast all of you teachers, administrators, all of the support staff and service workers, everybody from coaches to advisors, everybody that pours their heart and soul into our kids every single day and poured your heart and souls into us as Blue Jays back in the day. We thank you for everything you do. As many of us parents venture into this homeschooling challenge, we appreciate you even more and miss you, and my kids miss you. I know they'd rather be sitting in your classroom than in my classroom, so we appreciate all of you. Hope to see you soon. Hope you're staying well, and cheers to you. So with that, I would like to pass this drink on to Miss Jody.
Thank you, Jamie. Hi, I'm Jody Jelena of the class of 1994, and also Jody Hurt of Phoenix, Arizona. And I want to first toast Mark Zuckerberg for creating Facebook, because without it, I would not have the connection to Shepherd that I do and have been able to have over the last 10 or so years that I've been on Facebook. And I just love being able to see all of the great things that still happen in my hometown and be a part of things that I otherwise would never have a chance to be a part of, like buying books for kindergartners or helping to see the support of people when they've lost everything in a house fire, or, so many different things that the community comes together to do. And for that, I toast Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. For the community and the town of Shepherd, I want to toast the Gross family. Mr. Gross, Mrs. Gross, without you guys, there would not be the community that we have across the country, across the world probably, for our sweet little town of Shepherd. So cheers to you. Thank you for keeping us connected. Thank you for showing us what our community is capable of, because you are the heart and you keep us beating and showing us exactly what a small community can do for each other. Because I will tell you, after moving away, I know that you don't find this kind of love for a community everywhere. So cheers to you and Mrs. Gross, who I've never had the honor of meeting, but I love you from afar. And other than that, I want to take my toast and then pass along to one of my favorite teachers, Mrs. Brock.
Thank you, Jody. This is Dee Brock. My first toast is to all of my former students who made teaching at Shepherd High School so enjoyable and who have given me lots of fond memories now that I'm retired. And the second toast is for all of you in Shepherd who continue to make a difference every day in all the ways that make Shepherd such a special and wonderful village. Thank you. You're in my heart. Go Blue Jays. And now, here's my friend Gail Turnwald.
Thanks, Dee. Glad you're doing well. Good to see you. Hi, my name is Gail Turnwald, and my Blue Jay connection goes back a long way. I grew up in Shepherd and graduated in 1971 from Shepherd High School. I was lucky enough then to go back and be a teacher at the Shepherd Middle School for 26 years. A lot of the guys that you saw in the first video were former students of mine, and it makes my heart glad to see the kind of men they've turned into. Jay told me to try to find one person that inspires me that I could talk about. I can't do just one person. I have to do the Blue Jay community as a whole. I look and see Tina with her kitchen staff and volunteers who are feeding our kids and their families during this time. I see Corey and his tech staff who are making sure our kids have internet access and their devices. I see teachers who are stepping into online teaching when they'd rather be stepping into their classrooms. I see our administrators who are bringing this all together so it works. I see former Blue Jays students and employees who are making face masks for our frontline workers and our essential workers. And I see parents who are thrown into a whole new role in a whole new world. And I've read and I've seen and I've heard the really positive things that they're doing to teach their kids, to comfort their kids, and to love their kids. It does my heart good to see that. If I were to leave you with any words of wisdom today, it would be good, be kind, and be safe. I'm going to now give this to Lori Hamill, a 1995 Shepherd graduate. Here you go, Lori.
Thanks, Gail Turnwald. That's Coach Turnwald for me. Hi, I'm Lori Hamill Cooper. I've lived in Maryland for the last about 20 years, but I am a Shepherd graduate, class of 1995. I think I'm best known in Shepherd now, though, as being the sister of Coach Hamill and the daughter of Mary and Arnie. Out here on the East Coast in the DC area, we have a large military presence, including the National Guard. Now, we don't normally think about the military in a healthcare crisis time like this. However, I do know that my husband's DC National Guard unit and National Guard units across the country have been activated to help with testing centers, to help support social distancing, just in general to help the first responders do what they do best. So I'd like to raise my energy drink today to all the National Guard units across the country. Thank you for all that you are doing in this crisis and all that you do every day. Cheers. And now over to Holly Mogenberg.
Thank you, Lori. Hi, I'm Holly Muggenberg, and I am happy and proud to be a part of the Shepherd Connection / community. Some words I like to live by are, always find a reason to laugh. It may not add years to your life, but it surely will add life to your years. And as Milton Berle once said, laughter is an instant vacation. Here you go, Annie.
Thank you, Holly. Hi, I'm Annie Canute, Shepherd Alumni Class of 1996 and Proud Blue Jay Mom Class of 2030. I'm also a nurse in Mid-Michigan, and I would like to say thank you to our community for all your love and support during this difficult time. I'd also like to recognize those who are doing their part to help keep the strain and the stress on the healthcare system manageable. And thank you to all those who provide other vital resources for all of our residents. Blue Jay proud. And now I'd like to pass it on to Jody.
Annie, thank you so much. You rock too, by the way. Healthcare, dang. Hey, you can probably tell I'm not Jody. Jody ran into some snags, so I'm really bummed she couldn't make it, but I do want to say she's one of the most incredible people you've ever met, and my toast is real quick and fast. Jody Yunker, you're amazing. You've been through a lot. You came out fighting. You're competing at the national level, doing things people can pretty much only dream about most of the time. So this toast is to you and your strength. Cheers. Lisa, take it away.
Well, thank you, Jody Yunker. I appreciate it. Hi, my name is Lisa Myers. I'm a Shepherd graduate, class of 1986. I have lived in the Shepherd community my entire life. It's always been a joy to be part of this community. I love our town. I love the wonderful people that live here. And I'm proud to say that I'm a Shepherd Blue Jay. I've also served on the Shepherd Board of Education for 13 years this July, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my service to the Board of Education. I love being connected with the staff, teachers, the kids, the students, everything that makes the school what it is, and it's been a great joy. I know during this time we're all looking for that connection because we don't have that connection right now with each other, so we're looking for some connection, some inspiration. We all have our struggles. We're trying to deal with them. Everybody deals with them differently. Today I took a very long walk and was just trying to clear my head from the stresses of the week, and I've been thinking, what kind of inspiration will help me, in quotes, sayings, things like that, really put things into perspective sometimes. And I have one that's really helped me today, and I'd like to share it with you, and I hope it helps you also. So here you go. The secret of a happy life isn't buried in a treasure chest. It lies within your heart. It's the little moments that make life big. Don't wait. Make the memories today. Celebrate your life. So cheers to that. I'd like to raise a glass. Everybody join me, and here you go. I'd like to pass it off to Allison Curtis.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm Allison Curtis, 1994 Shepherd alumni and current parent of 2 students at Wynn Elementary. I'd like to take a moment to toast to a very special lady in our community, Lois Bridenstine. Thank you, Mom, for all that you do for our family, our bird family, and our community. You are an inspiration to us all. Cheers to you, Mom. Here's to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Allison. Hello, I'm Lisa Travis, a 1990 graduate of Shepherd High School. Went to Shepherd all my life, and now I've worked for almost 23 years in the high school and now the middle school offices. I'm extremely thankful for all of the medical workers, from the janitors all the way up, our grocery store workers, our truck drivers, but I also I'm here to talk about what inspires me, and that's he works in a group that's not been talked about of essential workers, accountants. My husband goes to work every day, tries to figure out ways to save small businesses and individuals so that they have an income or they have a life after this is all over. And he does it with a smile on his face, and he does it while he's so calm, he's so smart, and the hardest worker I may have ever seen. So here's to you, Pat. Thank you, you inspire me. Christy?
Thanks, Lisa. Hi, I'm Christy Pfeiffer, and I am a mom of 4 boys who attend Shepherd and part of this great community. It's in such times like these that we're going through that a strong community is very important. It makes such a difference in how we're able to handle the stress and the tension of these times. A strong community can get you through a loss of a loved one, a loss of a colleague, a friend, a neighbor, or a community member. It can get you through a loss of a job, of troubled times, or challenging times such as we're experiencing. A strong community can also be there to help you celebrate your successes, the win of a ball game or of a championship, a promotion, a marriage, a birth, or simply just to be there as a friendly hello, a smile as you walk around town. Pope John Paul II once said, "A community needs a soul if it's to become a true home for a human being. You, the people, must give it this soul." Let's continue to have a great perspective, continue to be part of this great community we call Shepherd. Blue Jay Pride. Here you go, Rhonda.
Thank you, Christy. Hi, everyone. My name is Rhonda Judge. I'm a 1987 graduate of Shepherd, and today I'm going to toast the graduating seniors for the class of 2020, including my daughter, Janelle. So seniors, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. And I know that life has definitely handed you a lot of lemons lately. So with that extra time you have on your hands, maybe you can read an inspiring book, write some letters to people you love, learn to cook or bake, or even deep clean your room. So, seniors, congratulations to you. Cheers on a job well done. Good luck on your future endeavors, and take care. Here you go, Megan.
Thanks, Rhonda. Hi, everybody. My name's Megan Gillis. I was born and raised in Shepherd and part of the graduating class of 2004, and I would like to take a moment to toast all of those that can't go home. Whether you are an essential worker that has chosen to stay in alternative arrangements rather than going home to your family and potentially exposing them to this virus, or whether you live out of state and you're unable to fly home to be with your family face to face, and for a multitude of other reasons. But keep FaceTiming, keep Skyping, lots of phone calls, lots of text messages, whatever you can do to stay close to the ones you love, keep doing it. Cheers. Mr. Gross?
Thank you, Megan. Thanks for being a part of this. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, I was going to do a ending video wrap up right here, but I talked a very special person into actually doing a video. So I'm just going to let her take it from here. So here you go.
Thank you, honey. Hi, my name is Joanne Gross. I used to be Joanne Rell, to those of you that haven't seen me in a while. Maybe you haven't seen me since graduation and don't recognize me. My hair's a little maybe flatter now than it used to be. My toast tonight goes out to the Shepherd community as a whole. It's just, it really is, it's cliche, but it's the sweetest little town anywhere around. You know, oftentimes people say that I go above and beyond for my students or the school or whatever, but honestly, folks, I don't know any other way. This is how I was raised. A big shout out to my mom and dad because they raised me, God bless them, but they raised me here in this community. There are so many things in this community that are so special, and I think back to my high school and the reason I got into teaching in the first place. You know, I was in the maple syrup pageant, and I lost, and that's okay because my cousin Sally won. She's pretty wonderful, and but Pete Alexander and Pete's Piccadilly that was my sponsor, and Pete sent me a wonderful bouquet of flowers after it was over, and I remember the card to this day, and it said, "You will always be our queen." So it's those sorts of things. It's Kirk Bays. Kirk Bays still sends me words of encouragement because I just celebrated my 40th birthday, and Kirk sent me a wonderful message saying that Shepherd was lucky to have me here. And of course, I can't forget Mr. Lemmer and all the wonderfulness that comes along with him. He's the reason why I ended up here with the Shepherd Band, and I'm so proud to be able to wear my shirt. Or Dee Brock. In high school, she believed in me enough and sent me to the leadership camp for Rotary, which was a wonderful experience. And all these things are just kind of grooming me for the future. So all my life, I've worked super hard then because I want to be able to pay it forward to all the people that did so much for me. And I hope that my own students feel the same amount of pride that I do, because anywhere we go out and we perform, and when they're announcing us and they'll say we're from Shepherd, I feel this sort of pitter-patter in my heart because I have so much pride. I remember back in high school when Don Brown would have it up on the marquee before we would even get home, and the buses would drive through town and we'd all be screaming and yelling. So it's those sorts of things that make this place super special, and I know we're going to get through this too. As a community, we've come together often in person and rallied together, whether it's maybe doing a benefit concert to build the library or where the drugstore used to be, or maybe we're having a spaghetti dinner to support a family that's in need. So I guess in closing, a big thank you to our community and for raising me this way. But even though we're not together in the same place, rallying together, we're still here together in our hearts. And I think that that's what really matters, because we will always be together. So a big toast to the Shepherd community, and thank you for helping make me the person that I am, and for helping me know that I can stay strong to get through this too, because we're all in this together.